Today I'm going to tell you all the story of how I got into a fight at school, so sit back and relax because this is going to be a good one. So this all starts off as a normal day about 2 years ago when I was in year 9, so I would have been 15 at the time. It was just a normal Tuesday morning, I went to school and everything seemed alright, right? Now there's this other kid who goes to my school and we'll call this kid Jaden. So Jaden, right, he's not the best kid, right? He's basically your typical school bully, right? He just go around just trying to annoy everyone, you know, just do whatever he can to get under people's skin. He got under all the teacher's skin and he definitely got under my skin, that was for sure. He literally tried to annoy every person he could because he probably had issues at home or something like that. I'm not gonna blame it completely on him, but he was just a really annoying kid to be around. Anytime you make eye contact with him, this kid would literally just come over to you and just scream any insult in your face that he wanted for literally no reason at all. Just for literally like staring at him. So it was a Tuesday morning and it was about 9 AM and I was just walking into my school building and this kid Jaden, right? So he's walking basically the other side of me. He's going over to the canteen because basically but before school starts you can get like a toasty and a chocolate oak from the canteen. So this kid was obviously going over to the canteen. Like I saw him with a bunch of his mates and he was basically just walking over. As he walks past he says hello Ricky and then proceeds to say a bunch of slurs that I'm not going to say in this video because I'll probably get demonetized. But a lot of it was just homophobic and probably racist as well, but you know it really is just how my school was, to be honest with you. Like there really wasn't any way around it. So he says that and I just ignore him. I don't even respond to it because it really just isn't worth my time. I was already having a terrible morning enough as it is. I mean, I was literally at school. And you guys know how I feel about school, right? Like, I absolutely hate it. And there was nothing in my brain that will make me enjoy any part of it. It is literally just a waste of time and I couldn't hate it more. But anyway, this kid Jaden, you know, he just does his thing where he just calls me a bunch of stuff and then he basically just moves on to go get his food. And I shrug it off as like, yeah, whatever, kid's probably having a bad day. You know, I really could not care less, to be honest with you. Like comments like that really only hold as much weight as you give them. And I didn't give any of this kid's crap any weight at all. Like anything he said to me, I'd just be like, yeah, whatever, you know, it is what it is. This kid's probably got personal issues in his life, so I really could not care less. And lo and behold, I really couldn't care less. But for some reason, when I didn't react to Jaden talking about this, he got really angry for some reason. I really don't know why. So after this kid went to the canteen to get his food, he started walking over with his group of friends, and obviously his group of friends, you know, they're obviously just there to back him up and just be yes men. So whenever he tries to bully another kid or just like say something stupid, all of his friends literally just sit there backing him up and just saying like, oh yeah, good one bro, good one. It's basically just like your typical high school bully group. You know what I'm talking about? You know those like typical 4 people who just walk around just being absolute assholes for no reason. That was basically this kid Jaden and his friends. Like they literally just wouldn't go away. So after this all happened, you know, everything was just all done and done, and then all of a sudden Jaden started walking over again. Like he started walking over from the canteen. At this point I'd gone to 2 of my friends, what we'll call these guys Brian and Daniel. So Brian and Daniel were basically one of my 2 best mates in school, and I was basically just sitting there talking to them. And we were talking about Jaden with them because Jaden was just being really arrogant this morning. Like he was being extra arrogant for some reason. Like obviously he always just comes up to me and just says whatever to try and piss me off. But this morning I could just tell that there was something in this kid's fiber that was just really annoying me and really annoying him for some reason. So I was talking to Brian and Daniel about it. I'm like, yeah, Jaden literally just came up to me and just did the regular and just started talking smack to me for no reason. And Brian and Daniel were like, yeah, we hate that kid. Like he's such an asshole for no reason. And I just sat there and agreed. I'm like, yeah, bro, preach. Like the guy literally just cannot move on with his life. He literally just has to sit here and just annoy everyone. And at this point, I could sort of see Jaden at the corner of my eye, sort of just walking towards me. But I thought he was going to turn off into one of the classrooms. But instead of turning off into one of the classrooms, he keeps walking directly towards me and my group. And then he comes up to me and he says a bunch of he just swears a bunch and just says a lot of stuff that I can't really say on video. But he basically tells me that if I keep talking smack about him, that he's gonna see me at recess and it's not gonna look pretty for me. So I just sit there and I'm like, listen, Jaden, I get that you're probably having a bad morning, right? Like your parents obviously don't love you that much, but if you're gonna come in and threaten me, I don't want any of it. So I literally don't really care, to be honest with you. And he sits there and he says, wait, what did you say to me? Like, wait, say that again, buddy. And I repeat it again. I'm like, yo, your parents probably don't love you. I understand that, but there's no need to take it out on other people. If you have a problem with me, just like, I literally could not care less. I'm gonna be honest here. And at that point, I see Jaden's face go so red, and I could literally, like, I could feel the gamer sweat just coming out of him. He was so angry when I said that his friends were literally like, yo, like, chill out, Jaden, chill out. And Jaden's like, nah, bro, I'm gonna knock this kid out. Like he's talking smack about me and I don't like it. And I sat there and I'm like, bro, are you literally in 3rd grade? Like, what is that comeback? Oh, I don't like it. And at that point, he gets even more mad. He's like, you watch your mouth right now. If you keep going, this isn't gonna end good for you. And I sat there and I'm I'm like, mate, you're not gonna do anything, alright? We're on school grounds. You're gonna get suspended if you fight me. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna punch me in the face, aren't you? And he sat there, he's like, yeah, just watch, bro. And his friends are sort of pulling him away, and then he ends up sort of backing away, and I'm like, yeah, mate, all talk. Because he literally was. This kid was literally the dropkick of the school. He literally, it was so annoying. He literally wouldn't he wouldn't shut up. So this kid ended up backing up away, right? And things were sort of tense for the first, like half of the day, I guess you could say, between me and Jaden. So I went to homeroom and I went to period 1. I didn't have any classes with this kid, thankfully, because it was really annoying. So I went through period 1 and 2, and then it got to recess, right? It got to recess. So this time at recess, well, it was the big moment, right? This is where this story time really starts. So I'm just sitting there with Brian and Daniel eating my snack. I don't even remember what I had. I'm pretty sure I just had like some chocolate biscuits or whatever. And I was just sitting there talking to them, you know, just chilling out. And then all of a sudden I see out the corner of my eye, well, not really the corner of my eye, but just straight ahead of me, like really far away, probably about 100 meters. I see this kid Jaden and a few of his friends, like sort of, I guess you could say, just like pointing towards me. Like they were sort of pointing towards me and I guess just like whispering to each other, because apparently if they don't whisper, I can hear them from 100 meters away. It didn't really make sense to me why they were whispering. I mean, I literally couldn't hear them anyway. But at this point, I told Brian and Daniel, like, yeah, bro, they're literally talking about me. I'm gonna guess in about 10.5 seconds that stuff's about to go down. So I prepare myself, right, because I'm expecting that this kid's just gonna come up to me and just try and start slapping me or just doing whatever he wants to do. So at this point, I'm like, yo, Brian and Daniel, you guys gotta back me up, right, because this kid's gonna come in flying. Like, he's been really pissed off this morning. I talked a lot of smack to him. Like, he's probably gonna come in full steam ahead. So this kid Jaden, I see him like sort of start to walk over towards me, and at that point, I'm not gonna lie, yo, I'm getting a little bit nervous, right? Because like I'm not the fighting type, right? Like I'm just the person that if you come up and try and fight me, I'm gonna defend myself, right? But I'm not the type of person that wants to start a fight, right? Like if you just want to have a verbal argument with me, then whatever, I don't really care. But if you're gonna come up and start to try and fight me because of those words that I say to you, you're literally the lowest of the low. But anyway, I see this kid Jaden start to like slowly walk towards me, and then all of a sudden it starts to turn into a little like it starts to turn into a fast walk, and then it starts to turn into a bit of a light jog, and then all of a sudden this kid is like huffling towards me, like he is not going very slowly. At this point, he's about 50 meters away from me. I'm like, okay, yeah, Brian and Daniel, like I like something's about to happen here. And then I see this kid's 2 friends right behind him, because for some reason they were on his side, even though they were literally trying to pull him away like this morning. I don't know what it is with his yes men that he had around him, but like they literally would take his side no matter what. So they were sort of sitting around behind him, just trying to like make sure that he didn't get hurt, like even though I was the one who was about to get attacked. And at this point, Jaden starts sprinting, right? Like he sees me, he's like, "Oi, dickhead, come over here." And I'm like, yo, what do you want, bro? Like I'm not trying to start a fight with you right now. He's like, "Yeah, bro, what's going on? Like you want to talk smack? Let's talk smack now." And I'm like, "Mate, there are literally teachers around. I'm not gonna fight you in the middle of a school ground." And he goes, "Oh yeah, so you are all talk, yeah? Yeah, you're all talk." And I said, "No, Jaden, you idiot. I'm not gonna fight you when there's teachers around. I don't want to fight you at all. You're an idiot, alright? Like you literally are getting mad because I was talking smack about you this morning after you just come up to me and talk, like you just randomly start insulting me." And he's like, "Yeah, bro, you're all talk." I don't know why he kept using the all talk excuse, like he literally wasn't all talk himself. He literally hadn't thrown a punch yet, and he was just talking the most amount of smack for no reason. Like this kid literally came up to me 9 AM in the morning for no reason and just literally started screaming in my face. But anyway, back to the recess situation. So this kid is literally just, he's coming up to me pretty quickly. So I start backing up, right? Like I don't want to get into a fight with this kid. Like I don't have time to get into a fight with this kid. I literally just want to sit there and chill with my friends. But then this kid just keeps going, he just keeps getting closer to me, and eventually he's probably about like 30 centimeters away from me. Like this kid did not know what social distancing is. And this is in 2020, right? Like this is when everyone had to wear masks and everything. I mean, we still do have to wear masks, but like we literally was that close to me, it was unreal. And I sat there, and I probably shouldn't have been a smartass about this, but I literally sat there and I said, "Yeah, mate, like, your breath literally smells like cheese. Like, can you please back up for a second?" Which was probably one of the most immature things I can say, but I mean, that's just sort of how I am. Like, whenever something confrontational happens, I just try to make memes out of it and just try to be funny about it. It's probably something that I shouldn't do, especially when people are this mad and riled up about something, but, you know, I just did what I wanted to do. But then this kid, Jaden, as soon as he heard that, he saw red, right? Like, he instantly saw red. So this kid instantly just like pushes me away, and I'm not gonna lie, I stumbled around a little bit and I almost fell to the floor. So basically he pushed me back and I sort of just like turned around and landed on my hands and then got back up. Like I didn't fall down, but like I landed on my hands, right? Because this kid pushed hard. Like his adrenaline was pumping very, very hard. Like this kid was not chill at all. And at that point, right, I just saw red as well. Like this kid, like, I don't care if you come up to me and, like, verbally try and insult me or whatever. Like, it is what it is. But obviously, right, I'm gonna fight back when it comes to verbal abuse. So, like, I'm literally just gonna, like, talk back to you. Like, I don't care. If you're gonna talk to me, I'm gonna talk back to you. It is what it is. And that's the same thing with a physical fight. Like, again, I don't like getting into physical fights, but if you're gonna come up to me and push me, I'm not just gonna sit there and take it, right? Like, I'm not just gonna sit there. So at that point, I go back to him and I push him as well. I'm like, mate, don't touch me. Like that, like, just don't do that. And at that point, right, his friends are literally sitting there trying to hold him back because he is furious at this point. Like, he's so mad. And I never really understood why, because I really didn't do anything that bad to this kid to make him so riled up. I guess you could say I like said he was all talk. But seriously, like this kid was 15, like there was no reason for him to be this angry over it. Like there was literally no reason for it. So I sat there and I'm like, mate, do you want to get into trouble by the teacher? Like you're not doing anything good here. You're literally just getting us both into trouble. And he sat there, he started screaming at me. He's like, you're an idiot. I hate you. If we were out in my street, I swear to God, I'd slap you up. He was just talking a lot of gangster stuff. I'm like, okay, mate, like sure you would. And then eventually, right, I see one of the teachers start to walk over because for some reason, like the place that we were at, it wasn't really supervised by teachers very much. I'm guessing that's why Jaden thought that it'd be a good idea to start to just try and fight me for no reason. So then the teacher comes over and literally like she starts screaming, right? Because like obviously she's just seen two kids get into a semi sort of fight. And she goes, oi, Jaden and Ricky, get over here right now. So we both like slowly walk over to her, you know, like we do like the walk of shame. We walk over to her and she basically says, you two in my office right now. So we both follow her over to her office and she basically sits us both down and like explains how like we can't be fighting in school. And I literally sat down. I'm like, this kid came up to me out of nowhere and tried to push me. And then the teacher, you know, she just gives the same response of like, oh yeah, but you know, you should go grab a teacher whenever that happens. And I sat down. I'm like, please tell me a time where if I go grab a teacher, it's gonna end well for me. If someone's pushing me, I'm not gonna sit there and take it. And she basically just sits there and goes, yeah, you don't need to be so rude about it. Like all you have to do is just go and tell a teacher. I'm like, I'm not gonna go tell a teacher. If someone pushes me, I'm gonna push them back. And yeah, so our moral of the story today, I guess, just don't fight random people if they're not physically hurting you, unless they really deserve it, which in most times they don't. I mean, they're just 15-year-olds. I really wouldn't suggest fighting people. So yeah, thank you all for watching. And if you guys wanna follow my podcast, it's basically called Glider Guy Story Times. I'll leave a link in the description. It's basically where you can get an audio version of these story times that I do, so you can listen to them in the car, on the aeroplane, or just on a train or something. If you guys want to send in story times, go to my Instagram at GliderGuyYT and send me a DM, and I'll probably end up getting to your story. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.